Oh yeah, La Caja Roja. I'm still not out of the dark. You heard DMX. It's dark and hell is hot.
That's right.
That's what's going
Listen,
on with the Knicks.
listen, man. Before we start, El Chapo is in the building. Too many injuries. We had to bring out El Chapo, Presidente. What's good?
Deja un like, comentario y suscribe. Dame dato.
Listen, I seen Cocaine Cowboys. I'm not playing with nobody like that right now. So whatever he said, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and do it. Because I'm going to do it. I'm going to find out what he said, and I'm going to make sure it happens. We are in the building.
Oh boy. We're we spoke earlier before we started recording. We're both in the same. Thibodeau got us back in the mood again. Jalen Brunson gets hurt. Twists his ankle in the fourth quarter against the lowly Memphis Grizzlies, who were missing the entire organization out there, looked like.
Hold on. I got the call to see if I was in town to play, but I wasn't around. They was offering
Right.
$2,000 in season tickets to suit up, but I wasn't around.
I told him I couldn't take off work. I'm sorry. They called me too, by the way. I know the owner of Pear. He's an amazing, he's like 42-year-old billionaire. I said, not today. AllBall, we on ice, man. We with the Knicks. We repping the blue and orange. You kidding me, Memphis? I know. Knicks rehab is hot right now, but chill, Grizzlies. You stink.
Come on, man. 2,000 wasn't enough. 2,500, I might have thought about it. Listen, man.
But
in all seriousness, where do I start?
well, let's start here. We know the injury that happened, whatever took place, but to me, that's not really what is gonna set us off. I think Thibs' reaction to the injury and in the post-game press conference.
You know anything about Jalen?
No, not yet. He's back with medical. I have not. I don't think so.
Was the hope not to bring him back in the fourth quarter because it was there?
You read in the game. I tell you guys that no lead is safe, so you got to read the game.
Is Josh okay? He's kind of looking at that fourth quarter.
He's being checked by medical.
Because of the injuries following up, just how do you keep guys' spirits up?
Next guy get in, get the job done. I'm not sure.
What did you see in that fourth
quarter? Well, the second half, our defense wasn't very good. So they shot threes. We didn't challenge. They made. But I want to say that we built a big lead, and we didn't close it out as well as we should have. But getting the win is the most important thing. You just find a way to win.
So that was, I think, Steve Barney from the New York Post reporting that. What's your reaction to it? To Tom Thibodeau's press conference, basically saying he's reading and reacting to what he sees out there. That's why he let Brunson out there. And he's okay with it.
Well, his body language, y'all see I'm just upset. His body language tells it all. He made a mistake. And this is why, I started to gain a liking and a respect for Thibs, but then things like this happen. We can go way back to when he played Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was in Chicago at the time, no, or the Knicks?
Yeah, hold on, he was on Chicago.
Right, same exact thing. In the game when he shouldn't be in the game. Me and you got into it where you disagreed with me, but I said, I don't think Randle should have been in the game against Miami at that time. Now, once again, if we up 14-15, okay, if they get it down to 6, then you bring him back in. Now with Brunson shouldn't even play yesterday. This is where you get rest. If our young guys can't pull his win off, then you don't deserve to be in the league. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Injuries, staying healthy. Now, let me say this. Just imagine now with the OG thing, that's not his fault. We can't help that. But just imagine Embiid goes down. Chris Middleton just sprained his ankle Plus, they got Doc Rivers. So for me, those are two teams that we had to worry about. That if we're healthy right now, we right behind Boston. So look at that coincidence. But Tom Thibodeau at that press conference, I hated his body language. I hated his answers and his response. It was terrible. That's not what a great coach and the leader does and say. Brunson shouldn't have played yesterday. If we can't beat the Grizzlies with their G League team, then what are we doing? That's the purpose of having those young guys out there. Put Fournier out there. What I said the last show, these 5 games are very important going into the All-Star break. So for me, now it puts pressure. Do we make a move? Do we not make a move? Like, come on, man. And, you know, as the season goes on, if we don't get healthier and healthier, listen, man, look at the Orlandos, look at the Indianas, look at Miami now starting to gain some traction. So, you know, it doesn't look like he rolled it pretty bad, but, you know, with doctors and, you know, things of today, I'm pretty sure he probably would be able to play the next game. But I'm going to be honest, we may have to shut him down until after the All-Star break. That's what I would do, because I'm looking at it like this. Even if we lose the next 4 in a row, that means we went 10-5 in our last 15 games. You can't ask for much better. So I'm disappointed in Thibs. He has a track record of this. Let's not act like he doesn't have a track record of this. Playing guys late in the game with big leads, blowing big leads. Listen, man, I'd rather lose that game than keep Brunson in there and get hurt. Brunson shouldn't have played. That's a game that you rest him and you let Deuce and those guys pull that win out for us. I'm very disappointed. And wow, are we getting hurt at the wrong time? This is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Your thoughts, because I'm at a loss for words.
Well, before I go, I wanted to play this excerpt from Wally Zerbiak and Bill Pito post-game press conference, because this is, you know, one thing after another with these statements, and they were just sharing what we felt.
All right, post-game commentary from Tom Thibodeau. So, Wally, 4 games now until the All-Star break, and you get the sense that the All-Star break for this team cannot come soon.
Yes. Yeah, it's an eerie time right now. Knicks have played 51 games already of their 82-game schedule. They have 31 left. So you got to get to that break, get a little bit of rest, recharge, got to get some guys healthy, because as a competitor and a player like Jalen Brunson, he's going to do whatever it takes to help his team win and to get the win. And that's how Tom Thibodeau is supposed to coach. You're supposed to play the guy. At the same time, the games catch up to you. You've played 51 games already. You're trying to get to that break. You got guys that are out, so you got to play multiple minutes and a lot of minutes, and that's how these fatigue-type injuries happen. Jalen Brunson, obviously great footwork. He's played a lot of minutes over the last couple of weeks with a lot of injuries that have happened, and that's where you take a misstep in a situation like that. Hopefully it's not that bad, and he can get a little bit of rest and figure out a way to get himself to that All-Star break where he can recharge his battery completely.
All right, Wally, 4 games, as I mentioned, until the All-Star break. Thursday, Dallas in town. You can listen on ESPN Radio 98.7 FM. It's a national TV game. All-Star break in the last 19 games.
That's a phenomenal run. And when you have a stretch like that, you build your...
I don't know if he's going to touch on what I just heard him say press conference. He was lightly telling Thibodeau about himself.
Right.
Because we know the Knicks infamously, or not infamously, James Dolan is James Bain Dolan. You can't talk about the Knicks like that. That's how we enjoy Walt Clyde Frazier when he criticizes us or anybody.
Right.
But for him to say, excuse me, for him to say he, like, the injuries are piling up, something's going on. Like, he obviously doesn't want to. Number one, I don't know if he wants to risk his job. Right. Number two, he's hinting at, maybe we gotta adjust. And what you said the other day, gotta make an OG call. Leon Rose is the boss. This is on you now. Also, that's your man, that's your coach. We know his history. Part of the reason why you are the GM, and this makes sense, is because everyone can't be Bill Walsh in football and Bill Belichick when they were running the whole organization, and you have a Tom Brady. If you have a Tom Brady, your job is to protect them. They went and changed the rules in the NFL for Tom Brady. That's how great they knew he was. We can't do that in basketball. So I totally agree with you. This is, to me, is different than the Miami Heat game because, are you kidding me? The Grizzlies were missing the whole organization. Like we said, they called me and you up to go play basketball last night for them. There's no way to, just to piggyback off what you said, double down your point. Our young guys, if they can't beat or compete with this Grizzlies team, hey, guess what? You should be making a trade. That is bottom line. Leon Rose. This is Clint Capella. You can't take the Johnson Murray without Clint Capella. We need a backup. We cannot rely on Mitchell Robinson. Stop repeating the same mistakes we made before. Us fully healthy, we are a championship team. But guess what? Fully healthy. How many teams out there? The Clippers right now, everybody's on their bandwagon. Yeah, because Kawhi's healthy. When he's not, we go, yeah, you ain't got no chance.
Right.
This is our Kawhi. And we already got, it's not like Randle was old. He's formidable. Mitchell Robinson, these guys can really contribute to a championship. But if we're limping 2 years back to back, Julius Randle's going to limp to the playoffs. We need to make sure that these guys are going to be strong enough and as full strength as possible. I know Wally Zerbiak touched on the fact that you're not going to be at full strength. Cool. But let's do what we can to keep them at full strength, including giving Brunson a day off. How the hell are you going to make, and going back to the Becky Hammond comments and Candace Parker comments, because, they're waiting in the wind to talk about, that's why I thought it 1A. Okay, that's why the anomalies of the world, you coach them and treat them differently. You don't give them a LeBron James style, challenge to deal with. That's not his game. His game is not to take on a 6'9", 300-pound challenge. No, he's 6'2", 200 pounds or whatever he is. You give him the night off and see if he can rest and come back against who we playing next. Is it Orlando or whoever it is? It doesn't even matter.
Play Dallas next.
Even worse. What? Like, Kyrie Irving is on fire. When he's playing this season, he's on a different level. He's actually improved, in my opinion. The way his shot selection, everything. And we'll get to that Grant Williams trade in a second. You got Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving coming in here, but you wanted to play this guy for was it 25 minutes in the game? I think he played 20 minutes. He played 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. 2 of those minutes when he turned his ankle. It's just, we're willing to sacrifice this game to go beat the Dallas Mavericks, a formidable team, to go challenge them the same way we played the Lakers. We're willing to go take them on because we know they were hyped up. LeBron and AD, who are out of the playoffs, took 2 games off. Why couldn't our star do that?
Right. See, for me, great point. The Lakers, come on, man. AD, Braun sit down. They get a win. You got a big game coming up in Dallas. You sit your best player to have him healthy for that one. This is why guys get traded. And remember, I always tell you this. You show and prove. When you show you can't beat a Memphis and you got to play your best player, that's a problem. So that means as great as DiVincenzo and Deuce and them guys and Hart been playing, they not good enough to beat a Memphis Grizzlies team who literally had nobody. What's the purpose of having all the picks? What's the purpose of having all these guys these young players that a lot of teams is looking at? Once again, I love them all. But if we can upgrade, you have to upgrade. What's holding up the DeJounte Murray trade? If it's Fournier, Grimes, 2 picks, what's holding that up? What's holding up the Brogdon trade? What's holding these trades up? I thought CAA and Clutch, 7th-day ties. I thought everything is all good. What's holding these trades up? So for me, it's I'm very disappointed and I'm very upset. I don't want to jump the gun because up until this point, Thibs has been doing a great job. And the reserves, the guys on the bench been doing a great job. But come on, man. We see how hard and how many minutes Brunson's been playing. And all the injuries he's had to deal with his sidekick, now OG, Mitch out, Grimes out. You have to protect him. And I understand that saying. Some players, some people you have to protect from themselves. Brunson is one of those guys where he's not going to tell you, I'm a sit. You have to sit him. Do you not understand this is the first time in probably over how many years we have a legit opportunity to win it all, or at least to compete. How do we not understand that and save our guys? Like, come on, man. So this is very heartbreaking, man. This is heartbreaking. And I know a lot of people are scared to say it, but this is why I'm very skeptical of trusting the Tom Thibodeau. That's why, if you notice, all through the season, I didn't jump out the window. I took it game by game. Because anybody know I'm not a big Tom Thibodeau fan. But I took it game by game because he was getting better. But you make these bonehead mistakes. And once again, you have a track record for this. Trust your other players to pull a win out. These games supposed to be, we blowing them out the fourth quarter. Brunson don't even play. I don't care if they came back. Now look. So come on, man. It's what's that saying? The same thing happens all the time, but you expect different results. That's insanity. Us as Knicks fans, sometimes we are insane. Because like I said, I'm hoping Thibs turn that corner. I want to calm down. I don't want to jump the gun. But what I told you, Fabe, beginning of the season, Tom Thibs don't take us to a deep playoff run, he's done. I'm sorry. So, you know, he better get it together. Now, let me ask you this. Does Brunson play the All-Star game? Does he compete in the All-Star three-point contest in the festivities? Can't hear you.
My bad. On a personal level, he's earned all of that. That's all about. He doesn't have a major shoe deal. We need him on a public level, on a major level, to promote himself. He's earned all of that. That's really what the All-Star game is about. You know, he's very popular. That's why Trae Young, a lot of these guys are messed up about it, because it is they earn more money because of that. Number one. And number two, it's a way to build your brand up. For someone like Brunson, who's not flashy, he's not the Trae Youngs of the world, is going to earn this popularity that way. But once, if we're watching the game, usually it's a bunch of people. Remember, a lot of us just watch our own teams. As much as we claim to be these big basketball fans, we got to be realistic. You don't watch the whole entire NBA. So when you do see another player from a different team with that jersey on during All-Star break, it's like, yo, who's this? You might have heard Jalen Brunson's name before, but then you see him at All-Star. Oh, he can shoot threes. What if he wins a three-point contest? So he's definitely earned the right to elevate his name and do whatever he wants to do at this point. Like, he's earned the right to do that. We know that he goes all out for everything, which is your concern for playing the All-Star game. I don't want you to go in the All-Star game, bro, because you go all out. We need you to protect yourself. I think that's your concern. So I agree. I can agree with that, especially if Doc Rivers is coaching. Lord knows what the hell he's gonna have going on over there. But I did want to because you said us Knicks fans are crazy, and it was a great transition for. I see Anthony Donahue over here, 14,000 followers or whatever. Anthony MSG. The Knicks have nobody in the top 10 in the NBA in minutes played per game. Okay. And somebody else told them they agree with him, like having nobody in the top 10 in minutes played is wild. Like, and everybody, we poo on Tom Thibodeau. But Ari from Manhattan, he's a big time like Knicks fan. I always see him on Twitter. He's hilarious. He said it's not about the minutes. It's about intensity and not playing and not taking plays off ever, which is a testament to Thibs' culture, but it's counterproductive.
Good point.
And then Anthony Donahue said every coach wants to win every game. And he said, yeah, I want to eat cookies late at night, but I don't have to but I don't because I have discipline and a goal. And then he said, this is the final checkmate. Winning every single game in the playoffs would make Thibs the GOAT. Exactly. That at this point, if you don't realize that playoffs and championship is the goal, and you have to tweak the regular season, which is practice for the playoffs. Exactly. That's when you want to go full throttle. I could understand if it was game one of round one, game one of the championship. We're leaving Jalen Brunson out there. There's no way he's missing that game. He's healthy. How is he going to miss that game? It ain't the Grizzlies. There's something on the line. There's something like, okay, he's keeping us alive, and we're waiting for Randle and these guys to come back. They're looming, and we need our guy to go in there and represent for us and try to pull out this victory. We get that, but against the Grizzlies, we're number 4 in the league already. maybe number 3. We were a game out from the Cavaliers now, who are on fire. But I don't mind being the 6th seed, man. I don't mind being the most. I don't see us being a play-in. It doesn't matter where we get in the playoffs. As long as we're 1 through 6, we're the most dangerous team in the playoffs. Nobody wants to see us fully healthy. That is the goal. Stop treating this like it's rocket science, Tom Thibodeau.
Well, for me, I want to go back to what you said earlier that I disagree. If I'm Brunson, I'm not playing the All-Star game and I'm not doing a 3-point contest. There's a bigger task at hand. We have an opportunity to win a championship. So now we got to figure out what's more important. Getting your name, highlighted in the All-Star game, or being healthy and getting your name highlighted and making a deep run in the playoffs. I'm sorry. And we have a perfect excuse. Look at everybody that's hurt. It's different if everybody else was there. Like, no, if I'm Brunson, if I'm the Knicks, if I'm his crew, I'm not participating. I'm getting fully healthy because, like I said, Embiid is hurt. Chris Middleton just sprained his ankle. And as we can see, even though the Milwaukee Bucks have a good record, they're not meshing like how everybody thought they would be, especially me. Dame Lillard have some personal things going on in his life. The firing of Griffin, and then now you have Doc Rivers, which is 1-5 now. So, these are opportunities that may not happen and present themselves again. We have to take advantage of. So if it means shutting our guy down throughout the All-Star for him to come fully healthy after the All-Star break so we can make this run, I'm not settling for the 6th seed. No, I want 3rd, 4th seed. I want home court advantage. I want things like that. No, we have an opportunity to do some things in New York that hasn't been done in a very long time. And I think that's way more important than the All-Star game, especially that he got snubbed and he not starting. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, but I think what's more important to me when you got this many people being injured, just get in the playoffs. Like
Right.
his style is not him going all out is not going to lead us to being number 1. We can be number 1 in the event. Let's say we get it, but at what cost? You know what I mean? I don't want that.
Yeah, but to get in the playoffs, he has to be fully healthy. We're not going to get to the playoffs him hobbling every game. So
I think we could. But we'll be cutting our nose to spot our face. I think we could easily beat all these guys. Who's left in the playoffs? The Pacers. None of these guys are better than us. We beat the Pacers without everybody.
So you telling me after the All-Star break, he said there's 51 games we done played already, right? So now there's 31 left. Out of those 31 games, if Brunson is not fully healthy, how many of those games are we winning if we can't even trust our guys to beat Memphis last night?
Well, no, I'm saying he's going. Look, we beat Memphis last night. If he's gonna play Brunson at this rate, we could go. I'm thinking as optimistic as possible going their route. Like, we're gonna make the playoffs with this way. Okay, we'll make the playoffs your way. That's what I'm saying. That's what they're calculating. Like, we're gonna make the playoffs going this way. Okay, no problem. We'll make the playoffs that way. But I'm saying at what cost? Brunson's gonna be hurt. Everybody's down. Like, these guys take chances. That's what they do. I just don't see. I'm following through with their plan. All right, let's follow your plan. I'm going what you're saying, but I don't see them being healthy. To your point, that's what you're saying. Brunson will be hurt by the time you guys keep playing like this. It's not gonna show. We're not gonna be the way we want to be. Like, the potential we had at our highest so far, that peak against the Miami Heat right before Julius Randle went down, I felt it. That's how great what they say, was it Icarus? The Greek god, he had, like, he was flying in the air. He had, like, I think, glue or feathers on. He flew too close to the sun and he dropped. That's what it felt like because of Tom Thibodeau. Get it together, bro. Everybody's getting hurt. OG Anunoby, another one.
Yeah,
what the hell is going on?
What is the update on OG?
There is no update. They don't know. They haven't said anything. They just said it's inflammation or whatever, and they're not going to play him. They don't want to risk him playing and re-aggravating the injury. But you'd rather risk Brunson getting an injury. It's just counterproductive. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. But Thibs, you're frustrating the hell out of us, man. You really are.
And this what was happening last season. us blowing big leads, us being up 10 plus double digits and losing games. So like I said, man, it goes back to the Miami game with Randle getting hurt. Like I said, it's not literally Thibs' fault. He didn't push nobody or hurt nobody himself. But keeping those guys out there, not securing the leads, not securing the games, and letting your guys get rest, because you made a great point and everybody sees it. For our Knicks to win, we have to play hard for 48 minutes. We literally can't take a play off. So, you know, we have to learn how to rest within the game. That's how these superstars have longevity. You know, once again, got to protect Brunson from himself. Because like I said, he's a hard worker, and I understand his mindset. But as a diehard Knicks fan, it's getting scary. You know, it's getting scary. It's no timetable on Mitch, no real timetable on Randle. We don't know what's going on with OG. Grimes is hurt. It's like our best guys is hurt. And, you know, it's bad. It's bad. So for me, this is where Thibs got to show his coaching style. This is where these young guys got to step up, and we have to make a move. I'm not in panic mode because I've been saying we have to make a move. That's the purpose of having the picks. That's the purpose of guys playing well, where now you can use them for trade bait. Like I said, why not upgrade? What's holding these trades back? So for me now, I start thinking, were they all lies? What is all speculation? Because what's holding the Murray trade back? What's holding these trades back? I don't understand. I really don't. You know?
Yeah, great transition. Shout out to Big Knicks Energy. They reported Steve Bondy's report that the Knicks rejected a trade offer from the Mavericks. It was centered around Quentin Grimes and Grant Williams. And I guess that was one of the rumors. We were wondering what these Quentin Grimes trade offers or the trades were looking like. What do you feel about the offer for Grant Williams?
Now, in the beginning, I liked it, but then now thinking about it, I really like Grimes. So I'm kind of caught in between with this one. I like Grant Williams. He's tough. He could guard multiple positions. He can knock down a three-point shot. See, for me, you know, we need more guys that can guard the 2, the 3, and maybe the 4. So would I have done this trade? Wow. I don't know. I don't know if I would have done the trade, but would I have been mad if it would have went through? No. But I don't know if I would have done the trade. I would understand. But like I said, Grant, he can play multiple positions. He can guard multiple positions. So right now, you know, don't nobody want to jump the gun. I understand Grimes is hurt. Seems like he's also unhappy. It's always reports coming out that, you know, he's not happy with his minutes and, you know, his position as far as with the Knicks. But I can understand why we didn't make the trade. And I'm not mad. But I would love a Grant Williams, though, because once again, he can guard multiple positions and he can knock down a 3. So, you know, I wouldn't have minded if the trade went through, but I get it, you know.
I'm glad you came around. I think the final report or the full report was that the Knicks hung up quickly because how much better is Grant Williams than Grimes? Like, I don't know. We've seen him in big moments. I like him with that. He's tough. He's definitely a piece that I want around as an antagonist. Like, we don't have anybody that starts fights and stuff that gets on other teams' nerves. Grant Williams is that. No matter who you are, LeBron, you know, anybody. We don't have that guy. I miss that.
But hold on. But also, we don't have 2, 3 guys that can guard multiple positions. Like, he can possibly defend the 2, the 3, and the 4.
Yeah.
Because they play small ball now. Now, I'm not saying he can literally guard Kawhi or Kevin Durant and stop them, but he can go out there and do the job. We only have one player that can do that job, and that's OG. So
right.
That's what I like about him as a player. You know, that's why, like I said, as much as I love Grimes, I'm not mad that the trade didn't go through. I understand, but if it would have went through, I wouldn't have been mad because once again, it shows that the organization is trying to go into the right direction.
Yeah, that definitely that part.
Hold on, because eventually I want to get your response on this. Eventually, you have almost five players that play the same position. DiVincenzo, Hart, Grimes, and Dukes, and Josh Hart. I'm just saying. Why not give him one? I'm not saying Grimes, but why not give him somebody for some more size and defense? That's five guys that play the same position.
And I think ultimately also it was the money where Grimes has like a team option. He can become like a restricted free agent, so you got more control over that, and that's more of an asset when it's time to trade it, as opposed to Grant Williams. I think he has a 2 or 3 year deal. He becomes a free agent or something like that. It's different. So a lot of the business side, political side to it, it plays a part in what range of players these guys are. Like obviously, we ain't talking about LeBron and the 1A guys. Right. Once you go to role players, it's like, all right, what their contract look like? How can we really trade this? So it seems like, bro, if we got Grant Williams, what else is the other call? Also, they're clearly waiting for something in the offseason for him, for Grimes. The only thing is, though, referring back to the OG injury, Jalen Brunson injury, we see a grand opportunity to make the championship. We don't want to risk everybody's limbs, but we also think that we should risk something to get some type of Grant Williams type of guy who, to your point, who's the big body that's coming in there at the front court. Really, Josh Hart is overachieving. He's always been an overachiever since he played for the Pelicans, grabbing 15 rebounds a game. Grant Williams can do that, but he's like built for that. DiVincenzo getting 15 rebounds a game is kind of out of it. Even him shooting that much is out of his character. They're overachieving. Grant Williams wouldn't be overachieving to be bothering people and trying to snatch rebounds and being built to grab 10, 15 rebounds. Josh Hart, he looks a little built, but he's dead tired. We don't have anyone there to your point where they can spell these guys. So, all right, maybe Grant Williams isn't the right fit, but this trade deadline, they can't come up empty. Like the Alec Burks thing makes sense. You need somebody to really get the ball out of Jalen Brunson's hand, let him rest,
right?
Something, and then with Grant Williams being there, all right, I can understand on the business level why that doesn't make sense. But now let's get to the point where how we're gonna spell these minutes for Josh Hart, OG Anunoby in the front court. So I like what you said.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we got ourselves in a little pickle, man. And I'm all for whatever moves we need to make. Like I said, I'm also all for just staying pat. Like I always say, we have to be patient. And I'm gonna keep saying it. This reminds me of the Golden State Warriors run. I'm not comparing us and saying we're gonna win all of that, but the fan base stayed patient. The organization stayed patient. We just got to get fully healthy. And if it takes next season to come back fully healthy, then so be it. But I don't want to see us, even though we have all these picks and we got all these assets, it just has to be the right move, But like I said, if we can get away with swap for swap. And if it doesn't work, hey, we can trade that person in some trade bait for next season. So I'm also fine with staying pat because, like I said, us fully healthy, we a top 3 team in the East. So, I want our fan base and other fan bases give us the same respect that y'all do everybody else when the team is not fully healthy. Don't expect us to make a championship run, a deep playoff run, when our guys is all banged up with serious injuries, no knickknacks, to where they out 2-3 games. No, our guys is out weeks and months, some for the season. So, we just got to be patient. Like I said, we moving in the right direction. It's been a long time that we've been moving in the right direction. We don't have to panic because I'm a panicker. Everybody know me. I give it to everybody, But we do have some assets and some picks where we can get some guys. Like I said, the Burks, the Brogdons. We can get those guys for little to nothing. What's going on? Know what I'm saying? So,
I like that you brought up Golden State because, again, that's a unique place. They got Kevin Durant because they felt like they weren't assured to win a championship, and they had the best record in the league, broke the record, the all-time record, and they still were like, yeah, we need KD. So if they were reassuring their superstars' health, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, my back. Oh, this guy, our rehab family sending a kite out here. But we do need like those are the guys we need to study. Yes, the same teams we keep bringing up: the Pistons, the Warriors, both Pistons, bad boys in 2000s, and the Golden State Warriors. Even Allen Iverson. How did you guys surround the players? What did you do exactly? You know, even Iverson was burnt out. They really relied on Iverson. Like he's going as soon as he steps on the court, he's going nuts. He's going nuts. So we don't want that with Brunson. And you have to be, if it's an anomaly that we're talking about with a small guy in the game, you got to go about it the right way. And you did touch on the injuries and out for the season. And we need an update for our guy, Mitchell Robinson.
We need an update with everybody, to be honest with you. I want to update on Mitch, Randle, Grimes, and Rob. I want to update on everybody. Because like I said, it gives the fan base, you know, just honesty. Like we a real fan base. So we really need to know, should we start preparing, you know, for this championship run next season? Because we're not going to be fully healthy this year. Like, you know, as a Knicks guy, what are we looking forward to? What's going on? Don't keep us in limbo. Don't keep us, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Well, Mitchell Robinson, we thought he was out for the season until they rejected the insurance clause, and the NBA is saying that he's going to come back. It looks like he will be back. It says Mitchell Robinson is set to begin on-court shooting soon. So, I mean, to be on your feet shooting is a positive sign. Mitchell Robinson recovery is on pace to begin on-court shooting soon after the All-Star break. Coach Thibodeau revealed Tuesday in the first official update on the starting center. Robinson has been out since undergoing ankle surgery in mid-December. Blah, blah, blah. There was something else. You do the rehab, you're in the pool, you're on the anti-gravity treadmill, you're lifting, doing that sort of thing. Then they'll clear him to get on the court with form shooting, that sort of thing. Then they'll progress to run to the running part, the jumping part. Then you start off 1-on-0, then 1-on-1, then 2-on-2. So there's a progression to it, to where you get to the 5-on-5, and then you're cleared for practice. But it's limited. That's his point. We have to go step by step, following the medical protocol. So he's taking on like low impact stuff right now, very low impact. But it is positive signs for who this is the guy. Mitchell Robinson was the identity of the team when we didn't look this balanced, and we expect him to come off the bench. That would be, like they say, low impact. A lower impact would be coming off the bench. The same way Julius Randle did last playoffs. He came off the bench. Right. So I expect that to happen. And then to spell Hartenstein, I mean, just the potential of this is insane. We have yet to see OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson in a lineup. Get ready. All you guys, we were panicking. It's dark and hell is hot. We get it. But get ready. If we see 15 minutes of OG and Mitchell Robinson, oh my goodness. Cleveland Cavaliers, you guys are on fire. I would love to see OG and Mitchell Robinson toast your ass.
Well,
it's going to be crazy.
Well, for me, like I said, man, you know, I'll keep repeating it forever. Cleveland is a great regular season team. I don't care how on fire they are in the regular season. We smoked their boots last season, 4-1. So at the end of the day, us fully healthy against Cleveland, they'll be lucky to win the game. So I'm not worried about them. I told you, I'm worried about the top dogs. Boston, Milwaukee, and Philly. Everybody else, if we're fully healthy, they don't stand a chance against us. So that's what I'm saying. We really need to know what's going on with our crew. We really do. Because like I said, should fans be all the way invested? Should we wait for next year? Like, what's going on? Because we don't have knickknacks. We have season injury or months at a time injuries, man. And comparing to the Golden States, like you said, the AI Philadelphia 76ers, when they was making those runs, they was healthy. So, you know, we have to make a move. It just has to be the right move, because once again, if Thibs trusted those guys, we would be in a better position. You wouldn't have to have Randle and Brunson in the game in the fourth quarter being up double digits with less than 3-4 minutes left. You know, so, you know, we got to figure out a way. And like I said, man, this is where teams and coaches are made when times is tough. See, everything is fun and easy when you on a high. But now when you start to come to a low, how do you band together, come together, and succeed? And like I said, for me, if I'm Thibs, if I'm the Knicks, Brunson is not playing All-Star weekend, depending on the results of the ankle sprain, how high it is. You know, no, I'm sorry. And as long as we just need Milwaukee and Philly to keep losing, and we'll be all right. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. These breaks don't come like this. That's why us being injured and unhealthy at this time, we'll probably be the 2 seed easily right now. Easily. And what I said, Doc Rivers going over there is like a player getting injured. That's how bad of a coach he is. And B getting hurt is the same thing as Doc coaching Milwaukee. So just imagine us fully healthy. Are you kidding me? We the 2 seed easily. Easily. So, you know, don't want to panic. Like I said, us fully healthy, I see what it is. Knicks, what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do?
I don't know if you have a couple of minutes. I guess on a lighthearted note, we do have. I seen Carmelo Anthony talking about how he was basically like training Julius Randle one-on-one.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that clip. They was done with shooting jump shots.
Right.
One-on-one with a dude like that, that's just like bully power game.
Yeah.
What do you do?
We were just playing like 1 or 2 dribbles.
Okay.
But from spots. That's the hardest thing to do, is to play a one-on-one game with 1 dribble or 2 dribbles. You have to be very intentional on what you're going to do. Sharp, quick, decisive, got to be quick. You playing like in the phone booth. So anybody that I work out with or would train with, that's a must. I don't care about 4, 5, 6 dribbles. And no, we're in the gym. We're going to get to the spots. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles. I want to see a skill set. It was good that I got a chance to like fuck around with Julius and just see. I know you strong, physical, bully. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I know that. But let me see what his skill set at when you got to get a bucket.
I hate it because, for one, Melo, he doesn't have your footwork or the handle. Like, that's not his game. And trying to turn him into that, that's the problem. That's the problem. He's a power forward. He's a bully power forward. He's not a finesse power forward. I don't mind him, learning to hit the mid-range and knock down a 3-point shot. But to think that Randle is going to get his move in 1 or 2 dribbles, come on, bro. That's not for him. He need low post moves. He need to be able to hit them 12-footers, some jump hooks, bang down there, be a better rebounder, a better enforcer, play better defense. Come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. They turning guys into players that they're not meant to be. He's not meant to be that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, man, that finesse shit. When you that physical, that strong, what are you talking about? Guys like Carmelo, bruh, go ahead and try to guard him. Go ahead. He gonna get the ball on that post, mid-range. He going to the basket, elbows up, strong. That should be Brunson. And that's what we're missing, a low post presence. We don't have that.
Well, Brunson is the low post presence.
Exactly.
His post game is top of the league. How the hell, like, right. And he's a lefty.
Come on. And remember, when you got a post-up game that spreads the floor, that opens up plays because you got to double team them, and that gives guys rest. So I love Melo's intent. I just think I just think Randle is the wrong guy to be teaching that too. I'm sorry.
I think you're correct in the intent for that drill. And how Flea cursing me out talking about shit. Sorry, Flea, I gave you the link from the beginning. Damn, you know it was a mistake. Excuse me, but I think
What up, Flea?
I think if the drill is for 1 or 2 dribbles, it's like, okay, but how long did you take to take the 1 or 2 dribbles, Melo? You are known as the black hole. Patrick Ewing. I don't want Patrick Ewing teaching people how to post up. He used to really carry the ball and do insanely like 20-second moves. That's the thing with Julius Randle. Everything about Brunson is intentional. Every single move, he's doing the moves to set up the next move. The pump fake, that pump fake off the pivot, and he leaps on that last, what do they call it, the gather step, is insane. It really works. He's 6'2". You should be ashamed of yourself, Randle, because he's 6'2" and he's a lefty. Why aren't you working with Zach Randolph or something like that? Zach Randolph couldn't even jump over a phone book.
Good point.
But his footwork, Zach Randolph's footwork is like the most underrated thing ever. Everybody keeps saying Kobe, Kobe, Kobe. I get that, but this man is 6'10", going nuts. The way he scored was just, and it was a thing of beauty. Randall's missing that kind of finesse in his game. Melo was bully ball, and even Melo, what the hell were you doing? That's part of the reason why I didn't think you were number one guy. You hindered yourself because what was that 1 or 2 dribbles to do? What? How long did it take? Did you do all right 1, 2 dribble? But did you do 3, 2, 1? But besides that, you got to count how long it took to take 1 or 2 dribbles.
Right.
So yeah, you're definitely right. Like I said, that's why I like Melo though as a podcaster, because he thinks he's dead right about everything, and he's so confident. I love him for that. Like Kevin Garnett said something about Dennis Rodman being he could play in this era, whatever. I disagree with what he said, but he's so adamant. He got so much better at just speaking in public and everything that we need that to go back and forth about. That's what we talk about when we say just because you play ball doesn't mean you know it all. It doesn't matter who made the statement, make the statement, and we could dissect. Like, hell no, we don't want Julius Randle learning from you.
Right.
Like, that's not what we want. We don't want him. Also, we don't want him thinking that he's better than Brunson. Melo, no disrespect to you, but we got to respectfully bring that up that you thought you were LeBron. You know, you could trade the whole team for yourself. We don't want Randle thinking that he's buying into the whole Brunson thing. Anything that leads him to think that this is okay, no. His wife or whoever, the videotape he watched in the summertime, told him, I'm shooting way too many jump shots. I need to get to the paint and punish these guys. Right. I'm the only guy on the team who could really get others in foul trouble. And to me, that's when you're talking about the most dominant players in the game. Those are the players that can get you in foul trouble. That was always been my thing about Steph Curry above Magic Johnson. He ain't getting you in foul trouble. The referees don't even respect him like that. Right. Like even Melo didn't get a fair whistle, but Julius Randle does. Randle, with that kind of footwork, if he was to improve that and be more intentional, he could get the and one. He could politic with the referee. So I totally agree with you. Great intent, but we need to hone that in a little bit. Call Zach Randolph or something like that to really get, a respectful, powerful dude that we've seen before with the great footwork that we want you to, that we'd rather you have. Or talk to Brunson. Like what? Why don't you work out with Brunson? I don't get that part either.
Bro, I mean, I think Randle game is okay, but that was a great point, man. Zach Randolph, wow. Very one of the most underrated players in NBA history. What he did with the basketball, rebounding, like I said, guys knowing their way around the rim. Like I said, man, Melo, great intent. Like I said, one of the greatest to ever do it. But I'm being honest, that's not going to win us a championship with Randle playing like that. I'm sorry. He's not a 2 guard. He's not a 3. He's not a 1. No, he's a power forward.
And it goes against. This is my final point with that. Thibs style is defense, running back style in the NBA. It goes against everything Thibs does. You got to be more Moses Malone. You take shots closer to the rim. Imagine getting that offensive rebound. It's a lot more manageable instead of shooting these. And he like all these fadeaway jump shots you shoot. The fadeaway is, think about the ball fading away on a rebound. It's going to be a longer rebound. Now you're creating a transition basket, a transition possession for the other team. You're 6'9", 300 pounds, whatever the hell you are, muscle. You want to get the offensive rebound closer to the basket, or at least bully them down there and make the referee make that call, because it's so hard to ref you. You're LeBron and Shaq. That's why I always said people don't agree with me, but I think he is a no frills version of them. He has MVP caliber talent, but he doesn't have an MVP caliber approach. And if he did that, that changes everything, man. It really does.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. I can't. I'm not. Listen, man. I'm not putting guys' names next to certain guys' names. I'm never doing that. You know, you're my brother from another, but I respectfully disagree with that last statement.
I understand, but just physically, he goes away from his strengths so much that this is why he is Julius Randle.
Watch this. Is he physically as strong as everybody's making him out to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could see. The reason why I could tell is because you can see how the opponents react. Like, they let him get away with lowering his shoulder and pushing the opponent away from him, because they're saying like, yo, we don't know how to call that. He's mad big. Same thing with Shaq. Shaq used to lower his shoulder, and they didn't know, like, yo, we don't know if it's an offensive foul or if you're flopping, because he's too strong. He's just moving. Like, so when you see that, even Giannis gets away with a lot of BS because we don't know. So that's just a factor in the game that you have to take advantage of, is my point. Those 50-50 calls, make the referee make a 50-50 call, and you talk to them. It's all politics at that point. So that's the part of the finessing he has to understand. Shaq understood that. Oh, at any given time, I go out there and just get 30,000 free throws and put you in foul trouble. It's over for y'all.
Yeah.
Randle doesn't have that.
We have any comments in the building?
Definitely.
Let's go. Let's read some of those.
Joseph Patterson, what's going on? But we won't lose the next 5 in a row. So what's the point? Wally. Yes, Wally Zerbiak, Joseph. And I can't believe I'm agreeing with him, because Wally Zerbiak was the moronic statement he made about Tyrese Halliburton last year. And he had to apologize. He had to do a retraction. Oh, boy.
Let me tell you, yeah. I'm a Knicks diehard fan. I've never listened to Wally Zerbiak a day in my life. Till this day. I don't watch Knicks games on MSG until the game starts. I am not listening to nothing Wally Zerbiak says. Ever.
Peace to the cyber. What's up, Harmony? I agree, Fab. I'll send you my league pass info. Okay. Thibs is just doing Thibs. He runs players into the ground. Yeah, man. Harlem CEO, what's going on? Uptown in the building. I hear you all, boy. That kid is not going to miss his first chance to play in the All-Star game. Right. New York, stand up. Boston just replaced Grant Williams with Xavier Tillman. They traded for Xavier Tillman?
No, I mean, he's saying, remember Grant Williams was in Boston.
No, but Xavier Tillman was just on Memphis.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just trading to the boy up.
Just now?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow. All right. I get what Flea said now. Listen, man, I'm an old man. I'm a little slow, but I get it now. Yep, got rid of Grant, and now they got Tillman. Wow.
Nah, that's a big deal.
See what I'm saying, though?
They got something going on with the Grizzlies, too. How you giving Marcus Smart? Something going on over there with the Grizzlies in Boston.
You read more comments. My point is, Boston, you can't tell me that organization, those guys in the front office, is not seeing the Knicks is unhealthy, Embiid is out, Milwaukee ain't looking like how they're supposed to. Let's not play around. Let's go for this thing. Miami ain't, respectable, but it's no more fear how it was last couple years. Listen, that's my point. You see opportunity, you jump at it. Big shout out Boston. I hate y'all guts because I'm a New York Knicks fan, but I gotta respect the move.
Harmony, she says she agrees. Not sure what. Well, probably about Thibs. It's easy to revert back to blaming Thibs for running his players in the ground, but our roster isn't constructed in a way where our bench can get high minutes. Y'all trust dudes to spell Brunson. That's not our point at all whatsoever. Our point is that we don't believe in our bench, but if that's the case, why are they that bad? that's evidence into why we should be making a trade, because they're, in my opinion, and this is no longer outlandish. You hear everybody now, even you, Flea, are talking about conference finals. How the hell are you 2 steps away from winning the whole thing? That's our potential, is the conference finals. All that tells me, I'm a broken record, 8 wins away from winning the whole thing. If that's the case, what can you do to make sure that those 8 games are won? You get the right people in place to spell Brunson, give him his days off. That, like, yeah, no, we don't trust our bench. And yes, we're willing to take a chance on losing to the lowly Memphis Grizzlies with this bum bench if it means Brunson fully healthy against the Dallas Mavericks, against the Orlando Magic coming up at the end of this All-Star break, right before the All-Star break happens. The Magic they already beat us. We don't have our guys. So yeah, I'd rather bench him, let Brunson take a day off so we can get full strength against the guys we need to beat. Thibs is the best. Pedro, slow down. We need to be worried about them. We play the hardest in the league because we have to. Spider's still the best player out of all 10 starters. What 10 starters?
He's saying if it's us against them, he's the best
You
player.
gotta be kidding me.
Starters.
This is when, look, I'm gonna catch him in the contradiction, AllBall. Now all of a sudden playoffs don't matter on your resume, right? Like when do you get, so now we don't factor in the last 2 seasons in the playoffs. But when it's time to go, yo, it's only the regular season.
Hold on, but hey, Flea, I love you and Flea's respectful little fake beef. But Flea, let me just say this. I don't know if Mitchell is that much better than Brunson, man. I'm sorry. What Brunson is doing this now, if we going, for the career so far, maybe, because now Brunson is a starter and coming into his own. But right now, what Brunson is doing this season, I don't know if Donovan Mitchell is better. I'm sorry.
You hate it. They're talking about being able to make a move without pounding the rock. Oh, they're talking about I think Melo and Randle. Any elite NBA player needs to be able to get to take a shot without dribbling more than 3 times. Yeah. And how much time? 3 times is the motion, but how many seconds on the clock, bro? What if it takes you 30 seconds to dribble the ball 3 times? Karl Malone was one-dimensional. He also put his elbow in your teeth. You go visiting the dentist afterwards, man. That's the whole point. He didn't. That's what my thing was, AllBall. Like with Randle, you cannot let the defense off the hook. Play towards your strength. Karl Malone was unapologetic about who he was.
Karl Malone was one-dimensional, been to 2 finals, got an MVP, and at one time was what, number 2 most points in NBA history? I'm just saying.
That clip is 2 years old before Brunson was even a Knick. Which clip was that? What am I talking about? I don't know. What does Randle do good at as a basketball player too, in Fab? Good. He does a lot of things good, but he's not consistent. That's what eats away at anything good that he does. That's his biggest problem. He doesn't focus.
Please, you know my answer to that. I ain't even got the end. You know my answer to that. What Nori said?
Nothing.
Listen, man, y'all ain't gonna get me to bash my Knicks, man. We've been legendary so far, man. I'm not listening. Flea, you are a terrible influence. Don't do that. That's why I don't read them comments. I'm staying away from that. You look, come on.
Julius the bull in a china shop. Yes. Subtract Julius from our roster the last 5 seasons. We're a lottery team. Y'all can criticize him all y'all want. He's valuable to our team.
I agree.
Wait, hold on a second.
I agree he's valuable to our team.
Oh, wow. Caller. $20 super chat. Love the show. Yo, caller. Thank you so much.
Wow.
You're amazing.
Wow. Hold on.
She loves the show that much.
Hold on. Miss Caller. Thank you. I'm reluctant to take it because we just humble guys like that. But wow, thank you. Thank you, man, from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of our heart. Wow, that was humbling, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow. Wow. That's my first time ever being on YouTube, seeing that for AllBall TV. Thank you very much. Wow. Very appreciative. Thank you.
1000%, man. Carl, wow. I'm just humbled, and hopefully we could keep this ball rolling. We just have passion for this. I know you're passionate about your Celtics. I think our Celtic hate was very low, so Carla felt very generous because he's a super Celtics fan. But I appreciate you showing love, man. Because we're mad because you guys got Xavier Tillman.
Yeah, that was tough.
He looks like he's 45 years old out there, but he don't play like that. Xavier Tillman's another bull. He's gonna get you fouls. He's tough, man. Damn. That was a great pickup, man.
Yeah.
Yes, we have X. Yeah, he's valuable, whatever. Drunk. You guys always accuse me of stuff that I do not participate in during the daytime anymore. With all the draft picks that the Knicks have, where they go after more than one player, it doesn't seem like it in by the trade deadline, Carlos. It looks like that Leon Rose and them, they know something's up in the summertime. It feels like they know one of these players don't want to be where they're at. And it looks like Giannis to me. That if I got to guess somebody right now, if you're Giannis, do you want to be in Milwaukee? There's no way.
Listen, listen, Giannis, we'll take the Nassus. Is that his name? The Nassus?
I don't know.
Listen. If y'all I will be his personal chauffeur. He ain't got to worry about getting around New York, and I do that for free, Giannis. We will take the Nassus with you. Come on, bro. You can't tell me. Listen, man. Listen. I'm just saying.
You don't know, Giannis, you don't know New York well enough. We'll make the Nassus the biggest superstar in the history of mankind. We're gonna make the Nassus superhero shirts, everything. The Nassus just sounds crazy. Yo, shout out to the Greeks, man. The Greeks got an ill way to just make comic book characters, bro. The Nassus. That's an ill name, man.
Legendary.
We watched Spider drag that Jazz team to playoff runs for the first 5 seasons.
Facts.
No, not facts. No, he just joined. Oh, you mean with Rudy Gobert? He didn't drag anybody. He's improved this season, but last season, what happened to him? They got smoked in the playoffs plenty of times with their number 1 record. He is the master. He's been the leader of the master fake number 1 teams. How about that, Flea? Ooh. Kyle Thompson on the contract year. Kyle Thompson or Klay Thompson on the. Here we go. Somebody. This is AllBall's cousin, Carlos. Klay Thompson on the contract year. Golden State won't pay him max. Would the Knicks throw some picks at him to get him at the trade deadline?
Oh, whoa, no, we're not going to do that. But listen.
Oh, okay.
Listen. I'll sign Klay.
For how much?
He know he ain't getting the max. I give him 3 years, 35 a year. There's no way in the world he gonna get 40, 50. He get the 35 because of what he's done. So I give him 3 years, 35. I'm just saying.
That's not bad. Off the bench shooter. I mean, hold on.
Oh, he ain't coming off the bench. Yo, you with this off the bench thing is crazy. He is not coming off no bench. What are you talking about?
What is he doing for Golden State starting right now? As we put it all the time.
No. All right, who's our starting 2 guard right now?
DiVincenzo.
Stay there. You telling me you're starting DiVincenzo over Klay Thompson?
Easily. What are you talking about? Easily. That's number 1.
Stop.
Number 2.
Stop.
Number 2. Hold on a second. Are we sure? Are we sure Klay Thompson currently? Your man just got benched last game.
Yeah.
Rode the bench. He's going crazy, right? He can't stand it. Are we sure that he's better than Evan Fournier right now?
See, listen, I'm not here. Listen, I'm not feeding that.
They benched him. He was in the same seat as Evan Fournier last game in the fourth quarter when it mattered most.
You need to look up to see if lightning gonna come down.
Listen, the gods have blessed me. It might start raining.
Hold on for a minute. Wait. Hold on for a minute. Look. I have nothing to do with that tape. None at all. You lost your mind. Like I said, give me Klay. Mama call him Klay. I'm gonna call him Klay. That's a fact. Yes, I'm taking Klay Thompson right now. Hell yeah. You crazy? We get a shooter like that?
Look.
Yeah, see?
They got me. They got
Yeah, see? Hey, look. Red Fox, look. Red Fox said, look. Hey,
they got me.
Look, see?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Klay, I compared Klay Thompson to Evan Fournier. That was nuts. I'm so sorry.
Like that, man.
Don't take my voice, man. That's all I got.
See?
Anytime, y'all keep going. Y'all got this. Appreciate it, Harmony.
Yes, thank you.
The Knicks are not making a move. Let's keep it a stack. Murray could have been a Knick some time ago.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we're gonna make a move. We admitted it already. I think we see the potential with us being fully healthy. We're not fully healthy, so that's not an excuse. That's just a fact. When you're not fully healthy, you wait till you get healthy and then you see what happens. And if you can't, get where you got to go, then you start making moves. But I think us fully healthy with everybody, OG, Grimes, Mitch, Randle, Brunson, DiVincenzo, Hart, Deuce. Listen, we are forced to be reckoned with. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna make a move. That's why a move hasn't happened yet.
And also they're playing around over there. We don't know what's going on with the whole Clutch thing. That's why they sat down. They want them in LA. They're playing games over there in Los Angeles and in Clutch with Clutch. And I only want DeJounte Murray with Capella. To be honest, if we're gonna give up that much, Evan Fournier, maybe a draft pick or two.
Yeah,
I don't want to rely. Say it again.
Yeah, Clint Capella, like I said, they want them 2 draft picks. Clint Capella definitely got to be thrown in that trade.
And they got another guy that CAA over there, not Jalen Johnson. I wish Flea was here. We know his name, but he's a small forward, so he's decent too. But Capella is a must. We cannot rely on Mitchell Robinson limping into the playoffs. I would rather everything changes if you get DeJounte Murray and Clint Capella.
Oh man, crazy!
Because that means you traded R.J. Barrett and IQ for OG Anunoby, DeJounte Murray and Clint Capella, and you got Mitchell Robinson. That looks insane. That means the troops are out. Boston just re-up with this guy Xavier Tillman. We ready for everybody if you got this guy. And Capella's out rebounding everybody on Cleveland again.
Well, listen, man, I got to run. I did some overtime. I'm going to just say this. Big shout out to my brother Fabian PerspecTV in the building. My guy Dom. Just big shout out to everybody. Knicks Rehab. Best Knicks talk on YouTube. Big shout out to all the other platforms. But Stephen A., all you fake celebrities that come to the Knicks games now, Spike, all of y'all are bad luck. Bad luck. We've been diehard Knicks fans from the beginning of the season. All y'all jumped on the bandwagon when we was lit. Now look, bad luck. Go wherever y'all came from and stay there. Knicks Rehab. We out.
Hold on. He couldn't even hold on real quick. So Klay Thompson's not coming off the bench, but Braun will. Get out of here, AllBall. I'm gonna read the rest of these comments. A couple more left.
Hey, I'll see y'all later, man. Hey, appreciate the super chat, man. Thank you very much.
Caller, love you, caller.
Yes, caller, love you to death now. You got a friend for life. Big shout out to everybody in the comments. I'm out.
All right, AllBall. DeAndre Hunter. No, it wasn't DeAndre Hunter, Flea. There's somebody else because DeAndre Hunter is like a center. It's like this small. Let me look it up, man. CAA client Hawks. CAA client Hawks. Nah, Bogdan isn't there. DeJounte Murray. AJ Griffin. It's AJ Griffin. That's who's on the Hawks that I was talking about, Flea. Free gyros for life. I'm Greek. Stratos, of course you're Greek. Look, Stratos. See, I can't pronounce your last name. Diakonia Rarikis. Diakonia Rika. Diakonia Rakis. Tell me if I pronounce that right, Stratos. Diakoni Arakis. Is it facts? Do your homework. What homework, Flea? You scared to come in the building, Flea. It's all good. Pause. Giannis is a great target, not feeling getting Joel always hurt and beat. No way they should even look at Cat at all. Cat is, we always talk about AD. They take the limelight. Cat, I'm Dominican. He should be ashamed of himself for being soft the way that he is. Do some damn lower body workouts. You too light in the ass, as Shaq used to say. You should be ashamed of yourself, Cat. Letting people punk you the way that you do. It's just horrible. You're a 7-foot shooting guard. It's horrendous behavior. We're all talking about, oh, yeah, that's what you do. See, I know how to get my people in the building. That's what I know how to do. You got to call them out.
Don't ever say I'm scared of shit. Don't ever say I'm scared of shit.
Yeah.
Don't ever say I'm scared of shit.
To death. Listen, first of all, it's a family show. This is not Pat McAfee. You ain't got Pat McAfee money for me right now. So chill out.
Man.
I'm gonna call Mama Flea on you.
Reference the beginning of the show. He could talk about it's a family show. It's Knicks Rehab, and my therapy sessions when I talk to my regular therapist, I'm not filtered. So I'm in rehab right now.
Filtered. We need to be filtered. We don't want our ad money taken away, Flea. They give me money now.
I just jumped
every cent.
I just jumped on here really to scream at you. I don't even really want to talk about the Knicks. I want to scream at you in front of the 30 people that are in the building right now. So
okay, I was just thinking the other day, me and Flea, we get along so well because we don't get along so well. It's an amazing
relationship. It's an amazing relationship. Amazing relationship. I wouldn't change it for the world. What
did you want? What triggered you? Because you text me, yo, where's the link at? Should be a threatening manner, by the way. You need to send me the link when this thing starts.
Send me the kite.
Extortion level. No, hey, the cops, feds, relax. I mean, it's playfully. Extortion level text message.
Send me the kite.
No problem. What did I say?
I'm a couple cells down. You could just throw the kite. I'll reach out the cell and get it. I'm a couple cells down. That's all.
I know nothing about that life. What got on your nerves, Flea? What happened?
No, nothing. I thought the show was excellent. Y'all are helping me get through the last portion of my day in the office. But I just wanted to jump on, and the only thing that I wanted to say was that I don't feel like we have the roster to be able to sit guys and still have the expectation of winning games. We play hard. We are good because of Wesley Snipes. I love it, Stratos. Look, we are good because we are, what is that saying? The sum of the parts are better as a whole, right? So if you take away Randle and Mitchell Robinson, we're not as good as when we do have them, because we don't have the requisite pieces to say, okay, you can sit down, right? Isaiah Hartenstein is playing out of his mind. Can we expect Isaiah Hartenstein to outplay Evan Mobley and Jared Allen in a 7-game series? I don't expect him to do the same things that Mitchell Robinson did for us last season. So what I'm saying is that we play so hard. We need the guy. Like, we can't afford injuries right now. I watched Jalen Brunson go down last night with 4.5 minutes to go. I was pissed off, but I do understand that Thibs is coming from a position of, I never in this as a Knicks coach have never had the best player on the floor when I walk into the gym. Very seldom. Think about it. Does he ever walk in the gym and have the best player on his side? We can debate that now because Jalen Brunson has ascended, but even the first 3 to 4 years of having Julius Randle, did we ever walk into an arena and say, we are about to trot out the best player on the floor?
So I'm not gonna ruin your point. Let's say no. We have never trotted out the best player.
I mean, you can. I would like you to.
We can't.
Refute my point. if I'm
We
wrong.
can't refute that. Then the best player on the court. Maybe some nights against bad teams. Like last night, we clearly had the best player on the floor.
Right.
So we had some of those nights
100%.
throughout the last 5 seasons, of course. But that's not the point.
I'm just saying that we cannot act like we're this deep team that we can just fill in for Brunson, fill in for Randle, fill in for Mitchell Robinson, and keep it going. We can't act like that. We've played great thus far. All-Star break is going to be that'll be a gift for us. Able to sit our behinds down. I agree with AllBall. Yes, his first All-Star game appearance, but what's more important? Do we want to make a deep playoff run and go for this thing? Seeing that, the other teams are a little vulnerable right now with the Milwaukees, with the Phillies, with the Bostons. Do we want to make a run? Or do we want to look back at this season and just remember Jalen Brunson playing out of his mind, performing in the All-Star game, shooting in the three-point contest, and we get knocked out in the second round? What's more important is what we need to be gauging right now.
But I don't. You can't tell me you want him to sit the All-Star game, but want him to play last night. Can't tell me that.
I agree with you. But you also can't say that, okay, he doesn't get hurt last night. I mean, listen, twisted ankles are a freak accident. He didn't step on anybody's foot. It was just he landed wrong, and the ankle almost touched the ground. So that was I'm sure
that's his style.
That's his Euro. Yeah, I'm sure right now his what is this? It's 3:00 in the afternoon, 4:00 in the afternoon Eastern time. His ankle is as big as a softball right now. It's painful. He's not walking on it. He's chilling. He's relaxing. Like, he's in pain right now. I sit him for the remainder up until the All-Star break. I know we talked about how important these 5 games are. I know we talked about the vulnerability of all the teams that are ahead of us. We're back in the 4th spot right now. Cleveland is playing out of their minds, right? Boston just upgrades with Xavier Tillman. So, we got to pay attention to some stuff. But I'm going to run out of here with this. Let's get healthy, Knickerbockers, because we got the second half of the season to go. And we need to make a run at this thing.
But you have, if we sit them for the rest of the All-Star break, we're talking about potentially, let's say 0-5. We're at 23 losses. Right now, it says a half a game behind Cleveland, but that's if something drastic happens and the season ended today. We're 2 games behind Cleveland. We're missing, they're clearly missing 2 games, and if they lose one, they lose the next 2 games. We're above them. So are they missing 3 games? Yeah, because we played 51 games. They played 48.
We're about 2 or 3 games back. 2 games
right,
back in the loss column. I'm gonna jump out and watch the rest.
Okay, so I like we would be at the Pacers level, right? If we just give the last 4 games or 5 games, and right now, the 76ers are trending down. The Heat were trending down. The Magic, they're going to be around 500. They need Jonathan Isaac. The rest of these guys, Chicago Bulls, we're not going to be in this tier. Like, I think at this point have to solidify one of these positions, 1 through 6. So that means we'll play the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round right now, right? If we win the 6 seed or the 5 seed, we can flip flop with the 4 or 5 seed. If Philly doesn't want that smoke, Philly might be out of this picture. I could see Philly losing the next 10 games, to be honest with you. Ain't nobody talking about that. They could really be another lottery team. Like, we love Tyrese Maxey, but what the hell is holding up Philly from going towards being out of the playoffs right now? They could be a play-in team, and then are they going to risk Joel Embiid, and his knee, which is that's their own problem. But I can see them getting worked the hell up out of this position. Philly going, the Pacers going up, the Heat moving up, obviously, if Philly's out of there, and Milwaukee's trending down as well. They're last 2 games, they're on a 2-game losing streak, 5-5 in their last 10. They got Doc Rivers. That ain't helping nobody. They're a great home team, it looks like. and an awful road team. They're 500 on the road, right? The best road teams right now, Cavaliers are 14-8 on the road. Milwaukee's 15-9 on the road. So these are big time road teams. One of our hiccups is actually being on the road 14-12, and especially against teams that are above 500. So I mean, I'm not down to just play the playoffs or play in the All-Star game or not play in the All-Star game and then we take the game off last night. I'd rather just sacrifice the next 2 or 3 games minimum if it means Brunson's healthy and gets to come back and we get OG back full strength, because that's when it turns into something else. We don't know what's going on with OG. I think if it was totally positive, they would have reported it already, right? Like if they were saying, it was anything else, God forbid, anything else that was an elbow and he could come back within the next 3 or 5 days, then it's something to report. They're not even reporting this. Like he was a scratch against the Hornets last week. I said a pregame. That was the last time he did a pregame warm up. We're teetering there. So let me see if there's any more Knicks news before I jump out of here. Knicks. I fully believe in the Knicks because they've done it the right way. And again, shout out to Clyde Frazier and Mike Breen, 25 years in the booth for us. They've been amazing. We did a video of them the other day. Don was on here. Reports. This is 34 minutes ago. Raptors reporter. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Got some news on here, guys. Is this one it? Raptors reporter Michael Grange. Knicks remain a possible or even likely landing spot for Bruce Brown with Fournier as the matching piece. According to a league source, the Raptors have been offered a first. Sticking point is Knicks using one of the 2 firsts they have for the upcoming draft. Raptors already in position to have 4 picks in the top 31, holding out for a future Knicks first. But that's a commodity the Knicks are loath to part with, should they have an opportunity in the offseason to trade for a star. Bruce Brown at this point, replacing Grimes with him. Is Bruce Brown a better defender? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I understand Leon Rose and them saying, like, is any player that we get that much better than the other? But Bruce Brown, I think the experience, that's a big trump card for him compared to Grimes right now. Grimes has shown he's been getting injured a lot. Does Bruce Brown get hurt? And I love Bruce Brown on the Nets. I didn't understand why they got rid of him. When he went to Denver, I wasn't totally surprised by what he was doing, but there was some swagger to him. And the way he spoke, the way he said that the Nuggets didn't fear anybody, and this is championship. If we're serious about a championship, then Bruce Brown is an addition that you can make. DeMar DeRozan, you have to look at him again. Just someone who's a veteran, and I think DeRozan makes the most sense if you don't have to give up too much and you want to go on a run right now, because yes, he will be available in the summertime, but that's after the potential playoff run. You want a guy like that who's hungry to prove that he could have won a championship, could put in vital minutes in any sort of series, any meaningful minutes. That's what DeRozan wants. He's still gonna have that chip on his shoulder. I don't care if it gives you 20 to 25 minutes a game. 6'6". That mid-range game to go to at the end of a game, we don't have that. Brunson, you saw what the Lakers did to him. That was nothing new for us. We know what Brunson's limitations are, but everything becomes a little bit different if DeRozan is going out there, going for a mid-range shot. They have to guard it at least. I know they're saying that the numbers are worse this year, but you have to guard it if he's going for the elbow jumper, any jump shot within 17 feet. And then all of a sudden, Look what Brunson has done for Julius Randle. He's earned him more wide open jump shot, wide open 3-point shots. Within the paint, I would think DeRozan could do that for Randle if you stretch him out. Now he has more of a one-on-one kind of play or opportunity. Randle does, and he could really do his 1-2 dribbles that he learned with Melo. Same thing for Brunson. If you got a guy like DeRozan, another real option, a threat. Because if you're the other team, everyone's gonna say you left DeMar DeRozan open for a mid-range shot, right? Like, every team's gonna say that you actually left DeMar DeRozan for a game-winning mid-range shot. You did that. Nobody wants to say that. So if you have DeMar DeRozan with the ball mid-range, he can open things up for Jalen Brunson, and that's what we don't have. We need Jalen Brunson with as many opportunistic opportunities as possible. Just have him out there with a more one-on-ones. And we don't have the guys who can really make it more one-on-one aside from DiVincenzo and is it Grimes? That's and OG Anunoby that spread the floor for him. Aside from health is preventing us from getting Brunson to work to get into the paint with having guys spread at the wings and the corners to open the paint up for Brunson to operate. It's a lot harder to do that when you're sagging off with a guy at the 3-point line. You ain't got to respect Josh Hart's three-pointer. I'm going to sag over him and go help out whoever's guarding Brunson. It's hard for Brunson to operate like that. He's smaller. And again, he's not LeBron and these other, mammoths of the mammoths of mammoths, the monsters of monsters. Clay not coming off the bench, but Bromwell is hilarious. You two are ridiculous. We kind of are. Everyone like and subscribe. Stratos, the Greek god himself. Thank you. Like and subscribe, y'all. We are, I think, 400 away from 6,500. Or no, we were 19 away from 6,500. That much? Y'all crazy. I forgot what we were talking about. J to B music. I wasn't DeAndre Hunter. Second-year player. Where is that clueless Clipper fan? Dime isn't clueless. I think he just fell for everybody else fell for. Like look at Stephen A. Smith. I don't want to compare Dime Dropper to Stephen A. Smith, but when you don't watch the Knicks, we could tell. Anybody who watches their team day in, day out, and someone has an opinion about your team that's just like, I don't care how much basketball you know, that was dead wrong. You know when somebody's dead wrong and does not watch a team. And we've seen a bunch of people use the Knicks as a punching bag because they know that we're going to react on Twitter. We're going to retweet you, and you get traction like that. Kendrick Perkins was opportunistic in a different way. He said, you know what, let me jump on this Knicks bandwagon early because they're going to pump me up to the sky. And it just so happens to be that he's totally right. He saw what we saw. Wesley Snipes is back. Flea in the building. Something else is going on in this relationship. Whose relationship? Funny how this podcast appears when Knicks become relevant. Frotz 8586. Hey, Frotz. Funny how you decided to pop up in my comments when the Knicks are relevant. That means we're relevant and you want to be relevant. Don't play with me because there's a lot of you guys, right? I'm only 5'7", 180 pounds, 190 right now. I'm way too overweight. Ain't no way possible you would ever make a comment like that without feeling funny. You just wouldn't. It feels safe to do it with these stupid emojis in the comments. Of course it would. But in real life, you would never. You just wouldn't. You just wouldn't. You would feel the repercussion in the air like, oh, no, I'm not going to say that. So, funny how this podcast appears when the Knicks become relevant. Funny how your comment appears when we're relevant. Hilarious. We can spar. We can verbally spar if you want to, Frats. Next time, just show some love. Stop being a prick. I don't see a trade happening with the Knicks. It's looking like it's not, but we need one. Knicks will be 2026 NBA champs. If the Knicks are going to be champs in 2026 or even in 2024, which in my opinion is totally possible, we have an NBA caliber defense and rebounding. That's 2/3 of the game. Or maybe unless we count transition. Transition baskets, that's what we need, easier baskets also, but OG helped with that. So Bruce Brown would help with that also, by the way. But we have to see a trade happening. If you watch last night's game, we need a trade. We need to spell this guy's minutes. And they're trying not to sacrifice too much for the summertime. I get it, but Knicks will be champs in 2026. We need to do something, man. Do you know how long you've been doing? Does he know how long you've been doing this? Oh, Frats. Some people don't. Yo, caller. One time, somebody told me on Twitter, I never seen you in these Knicks Twitter spaces or Knicks Twitter, something like that. He tried to like be a GD. He tried to like do some gangbang. She said, "Bro, don't you ever in your life treat Knicks fandom like a gang block. I will never speak to you again in my life." You talk about you trying to turn Knicks gang into some real. I will walk away. I never want nothing to do with you morons who think that you've been a Knicks fan from the beginning and that I don't know. Who cares about the people? But it's funny because it makes for good commentary, and they think like we'll run from it. I enjoy it. I enjoy laughing at myself. So you're LTN LX619. That sounds like something like I don't want to know. Lieutenant Lux 619. I don't know. I don't know if I want to know what that means. Been pushing the Knicks through the lows. Come on, man. Yeah, I brought on tank season. I was bringing on tank season early because we stunk and Thibs didn't know what the hell he was doing. And the organization wasn't giving him his players. I know when to tank. Right now, you kind of got to do a semi-tank because it means keeping Brunson healthy. It means we could spell some time for Randle to come back, OG to come back. Hopefully, OG is okay. Jesus Lord. Because if OG, Mitchell Robinson, and Randle come back, you guys are going to hear the end of it. Yo, fam, keep up the good work, bro. We as Knicks fans all got a podcast. I got one, 718 Boys on Blorange Tears Network. Keep doing your thing. Let's go, Knicks. Boulevard 73. So you have a podcast called 718 Boys, and it's on the Blorange Tears Network. Shout out to you. No disrespect, but Blorange sounds like some other gang work. What Blorange sounds crazy. I don't want no problems. Nah, this was the Xbox Live name suggestion. You're on Xbox Live? Fire. If the Knicks could get Clay for nothing, that would be nice. Yeah, definitely. You add him. I mean, adding anybody to nothing, right, to the mix, that would be dope. But you gotta be realistic. I would think Clay is gonna field offers, right? Blue and orange tears, bro. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of you. Blood and Orange Tears Network. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was joking. Blue and Orange Tears, bro. I need to eat. I'm gonna blame my hunger for that. Blood 73. Shout out to Blood 73. He has a podcast, 718 Boys, which means you're either from Queens or Brooklyn on the Blood Orange Tears Network. That's hilarious. Blood and Orange Tears Network. That's better than Stephen A. Smith with his blue and orange skies. We like, yo, everybody has to join me when we say, yo, Stephen A. Smith, do not come to the parade. You're not allowed there, bro. Which is blue and orange skies. We will trip you and smack you in the back of your head like they used to do to you in high school. When you act like you were tough, they would just shut up, Stephen A. With a pack of like open ketchup. Stephen A. got chumped his whole life. And now he thinks he's whatever. Again, we show him love, but stop the fake Knicks fandom. Because once they start, if we go on a losing streak, you're gonna go, say something silly, and we don't want you there. Spike Lee finally stopped dressing in his grandmother's closet. It's been great. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It was just very brand new to see Spike Lee with his grandmother's clothes on. It was crazy. I think I'm rambling too much, and AllBall is gonna tell me to chill out. All hood. Adding Busher would be good. It won't take that much either. Who's Busher? Not Brogdon, right? Who's Busher? Busher. Look it up. No SAS. Oh, I'm sorry. I got you. Blanche Tears. Is this it? I think you guys have 3,500 subscribers. Is it? Is that it? Boulevard 73. Everybody shout out blood. Let's subscribe. Look, subscribe. If that, hold on. I subscribe. Hopefully that's you, because if not, I'm gonna unsubscribe. I'm gonna subscribe to the right people. Get ready. Knicks at Night podcast. Buyers or sellers, the biggest decision. Members only. I'm looking for the Boulevard 718 joint. Yeah, let me know if this is you guys. Yes, bro. There you go. So everyone, shout out to Boulevard 73. Shout out to Blorange Tears. Blorange Tears sounds just official. Sounds like we're in Rikers. We ready for war, y'all. Shanae, the hate is loud and the love is quiet. Yeah, that's what it was about. Yeah, I like that. That's the first streamed 11 days ago. Shanae, Shanae is great. Oh, look, Blorange Tears is lit. That's what's up. That's what's up. I love that Shanae, you know, she doesn't like she was going back and forth with Kendrick Perkins. She's like, I was rooting for them too. This, that, and the third. You were rooting for Shanae, but Kendrick did it in a way where it was, you know, and we don't even like Kendrick Perkins like that. Let's be 1,000% honest about this. We don't care for him, but the way he did it in the face of Becky Hammond, like he was very adamant. Like, yo, y'all know, you know what you're talking about. This is something special is going on here, and you know that's why that comment was great by the Blood Orange on the Blorange YouTube channel. The hate is loud and the love is quiet, because the love was quiet. Like Becky Hammond's hate was so loud that it was like, again, she clearly did not watch the Knicks, right? You clearly didn't watch the Knicks for you to say Brunson is not a 1A, for you to think that he's just Isaiah Thomas from the Boston Celtics, like it's a fluky run. Nah, man, he looks amazing. Like Isaiah Thomas could post up the way Jalen Brunson does. Steph Curry can't post up the way Jalen Brunson does. Now, yo, this Jalen Brunson's up there with like, I'm going there. I'm going there. I'm taking it to a faraway land. Let's see if the Greek gods curse me now. Jalen Brunson might be one of the best post-up players under 6'3" ever. Like Mark Jackson took mad long. He didn't have this many moves. Come on, man. A lot of fandom going on here for the 718 boys. It's lit. I gotta catch an episode. Oh, you guys got Twitter? Lucky Waka Visions. I subscribe to your channel. So yeah, subscribe to everybody's channel, y'all. Go in here, show love. Yeah, the Knicks are hot. A bunch of Knicks podcasts are gonna pop up now, but guess what? Y'all gonna mess with us now. We've been talking about the Knicks over here. If you've been following me, you know I'm a you know, how you say that? Not struggling, but it's a hampering Knicks fan. Like you know, we're bitter, we're bipolar. I'm not saying to fire Thibs yet, but Thibs, you keep playing like this, we will be going to the range. We were gonna call upon Leon Rose and all you guys to get his ass up out of here, because you can't risk our stars like this. No, stupid A. Smith. Stephen A. will not only be at the parade, he will MC it and pretend he called it from day one. That's why GOAT Highlights is our job, to make sure that we throw that man tomatoes at any given point in New York City. Paint blue and orange tomatoes, throw some eggs at him, paint the eggs blue and orange and throw it at him. We got to make sure that he knows, bro, stop acting like you were here from the beginning. You didn't know who Isaiah Hartenstein was. You were disgusted that they got Jalen Brunson for a first-round draft pick. All of us have retracted anything we were wrong about. We don't like you because you think you're one of us and you're not. You did not ride this out with us. You did not take out time from your day to watch out these bad Knicks games, to argue with RJ Barrett stands, to argue with the Kevin Knox stands, Carmelo Anthony stands. You don't do that. You don't do that, Stephen A. You just play politics. And when it's convenient for you to talk tough Certain people you don't talk tough with. You get quiet like a church mouse when it comes to them. So of course you could talk tough to me. You could try. You're 60 years old. You better not. I don't want to. I'm 41. I don't want to, but I'll embarrass you. We're gonna work you out here, Mr. 1.5. Nah, you ain't rambling. Spike Lee wearing funky-ish. Period. Lately, he hasn't been though, Goat. He hasn't been. There's a lot of talk about the Knicks in Germany. In Germany? Wow. Chris Boucher from Toronto. So would you want to get what you call it? Damn. I just blanked out. Bruce Brown and how you say his name? Boucher from Toronto. I've heard the name. I haven't watched enough of him over there. They're giving the Knicks credit. Pull up anytime. Definitely. The channel has been out for 5 years. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And now with the Knicks doing well, hopefully everybody just keep boosting up. My favorite season of the Knicks was from 2013, 2014. Really? See, for you, I'm a little bit older. I want to say the 99 season was crazy, man. That lockout season to go from because when we traded for Spreewell, there was a rumor when I first became a Knicks fan in the 6th grade. This is how I know I'm not crazy and I'm pretty logical. In the 6th grade in 93, they were saying they could have traded John Starks for Latrell Sprewell back then. That was a rumor, and I can't find it, but I could have sworn somebody said that, or maybe we were just doing what we do on here, and like somebody said earlier, we're just speculating until the Woj bomb. So for the John Starks Latrell Sprewell trade to take place 6 years later, it was like 6 years too late because Patrick Ewing with Sprewell in 93-94 would have made up for losing Xavier McDaniel. That would have been an upgrade over Xavier McDaniel because you got a guy who's tough on the perimeter and in his prime and could yam it on you. Transition baskets would have been crazy, and he D'd up. So 99 was like full circle for me as a fan because it was me initially being a Knicks fan and hearing about trade rumors and losing Xavier McDaniel in 93. That being such a pivotal moment in the 90s for the Knicks. Michael Jordan knows that. Everyone knows that. And then finally, the Sprewell rumor that I thought was a rumor. I remember having that conversation at that time. That to come forward in 1999 was dope, man. Real quick, man. I want to just have Knicks talk sometimes. I'm a what's the word? I'm a junkie like this. I'm a junkie and I'm a Knicks connoisseur. Share screen. Why is Jalen Brunson so good? Did you know that Jalen Brunson doesn't eat red meat? I didn't know that. What made you decide to go mostly plant-based? I've definitely seen a difference in my energy. I haven't eaten red meat since my freshman year. I took out the pork. I missed the bacon. Not gonna lie. What sort of things are you doing in the weight room to withstand all the contact? Honestly, everything. Balance, strength, and typical weight room stuff. I do a lot of single leg balance stuff and core stability. Nothing tricky. I'm a simple man. New York basketball, shout out to them. Even though they didn't retweet, they got all the RJ Barrett stands on me. You guys retweeted my other tweet before, so I appreciate y'all. But they give you like the latest, like on Knicks Twitter, they give you like every single rollout, all the news for Knicks basketball, and then they live up to their name. But I saw something like that with Jalen Brunson, and it makes sense, right? Like he does everything possible to stay on that court, and just a little bit of insight on him, why we love him and why we're rooting for him, and it makes sense what he's saying. It follows up. Forget Stupid A. Smith and BSPN. It's our time, family. 100. Yep. Crazy. I was born in 93. And I'm going to end on that note for you calling me old, Lieutenant Alex 619. How dare you? Fabian perspective, expected, so accepted. Knicks Rehab, shout out to AllBall, shout out to Flea, stepped in the building. We're gonna have to have Boulevard 73 on here one time for your mind, and even the Blawrence channel is good. We got to get all the Knicks content creators together. Start showing some love. Stop thinking that you ESPN. Stop thinking that these guys like Stephen A. Smith, who unless you Kenny Beecham and got 100 million followers, he ain't gonna have you on there. These guys are haters. If he was smart, he would just big us all up. So until then, we're gonna hate on you too, Stephen A. Knicks rehab. Till next time. Oh, there's one more comment. Hold on. Anytime. Nah, fam, didn't mean it like that. Nah, Lieutenant, don't worry about it. It was hilarious. I love it. All right, y'all.